it feels so cold inside my heart tonight. Be my man is what she said. It's not just the wind that's moving around tonight, but quick and clean don't make it right.
Don't play with yourself, Glenn.
No, Ant, even though you have got ladylike hands. We're already started our day and we've got one little bit of tiny bit of goal between the three of us. It's old far Ken Hoth, Mr. Fabulous, myself the Silver Fox. We're on the burn where there's been a controlled burn. And one of the things that I like about the controlled burn is how easy it is to see the previous mining. And this is an example of it. There's a dam here, and it's a small dam because it runs off.
Dam wall up there.
Yep, and it goes up behind us where the dozer is cut through it, but it goes, and you can see the dam behind Kenny over there, that last part of the wall. And I say small dam, but I wouldn't have liked to have been the bloke here digging the dirt and throwing it up and making it waterproof and getting the clay up.
Nearly 2 metres high.
Yeah, 2 metres high, and probably the base is probably 3 metres and even 4 metres. So that's a lot of dirt you've got to shift.
Yep.
It's not a catchment dam. It doesn't rely on the water coming down the hill. It relies on a water race above us. They've dug a drain down and brought water from the water race. We'll go around the other side of the dam and I'll show you its significance. Right, we're on the other side of the dam wall, and it's all about this little spoon drain that's running down the hill. The water has come through here. The wall's collapsed, and the reason the wall has collapsed is because they've had a hollow log in there and acting as a pipe, and they've had the cloth or something jammed on a pole jammed to turn it off and on from this side. So over the 170 odd years or 150 odd years plus that log was put in there, it's rotted, let the dirt drop down, and the fact this drain runs down so steeply, it's only got one intention, and that's the sluicing area below it. So we've got a dam, we've got blokes that thought it was worthwhile digging a dam with pick and shovel.
Yep.
The sluicing area down there, we've got a line straight to it.
Yep.
Follow this line and we'll get on the sluicing.
Let's do it.
Find something they missed.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
So often when you're wandering around the bush, you know, you come across wild animals. You never know what you can find in the bush. And here I was just walking past and I saw, oh Jesus, oh, what's that? Oh gosh. Oh, it's a wild Glen.
They're the worst sort too. The old hairy-nosed Glen, keep an eye out for them. Have a look at that, that's a ripper, isn't it? Yeah. That's a beauty. Yeah.
Wow, that's a big tree. That's obviously come from that one.
Yeah, and it's been standing hollow.
Yeah.
And that, you know, you can see the turn-in entrance where it's
come in.
stood, and there's the lovely turns there.
Yep.
So that was sitting up there. They've had to cut it down. It's been a habitat tree, but they've had to cut it down because the fires inside it was going to burn and burn and burn for days and cause more trouble than it was worth.
Yep.
That sort of tree, and this is on the bit where the fire got away. This is why they had trouble. The fire jumped the track and got away. They go through the bush and all what they call the habitat trees. They scrape all the leaves and sticks away from the bottom of it, so it doesn't do that. Yeah. So the animals that live in that, the possums and the birds and the wombats or the rabbits or whatever, that want to take shelter in that, can and do, and they leave them and save them. I knew a bloke who used to have these. He'd go out the bush and harvest them and have them as his dog kennels, just because he liked you know, coming out and seeing his dogs looking out of hollow logs. Yeah, not as big as that. You could practically keep a pony in that one. Thumbs up, mate.
Nice.
And what are you holding out for?
Well, we've walked in probably 200 metres into the gully. This is the gully where they were working. And they've sunk a few shafts around here as well. There's very, very close to the gully, a few shafts here as well. And then you can see a bit of wash stone around as well. So we've got lots of different type of stone in there. No doubt a bit further down there's going to be more.
Yeah. And those colours, you can often get a little bit, hopefully get a little bit, they've sunk to the bottom and they're dishing the bottom, but they've thrown a little bit out, the last little bit out on the shovel. So we're hoping they've missed a bit.
That's it.
We got one little shock ourselves when we were coming in. We saw a couple of digs. We thought we might have had this one to ourselves. You can see the water race, you can't, because the water race runs along the other side of the gully now.
Oh yeah, I see
And that's the second one from the dam. That's
Just right on top of the
yeah,
gully.
between those two trees, you can see, if you see that line,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
right where Ant's pointing, that's the second race that's run from that dam. They've kept the water out of the gully and higher because they want to go down below. So and they want to be obviously on. After they've worked, they've found a spot on the left-hand side of the gully looking down. So you can get a good shot of it there on the left-hand side. So they needed the water on that side of the gully. See that bloke? You'll be old one day. We're above where we're heading for the sluicing down below us. And when Ant was showing us where they put those final sinkings in, the reason they started to sink instead of taking off the surface was the gold had started to cut out. And they were starting to think that it hadn't come down that gully that they thought, that somehow it had come in from the side. So they've prospected around, and the gold was possibly coarse as well, because they've been looking for this. They've been looking for where it came from, and they reckon it came from this reef just here. They've worked the reef a bit. All this stone has been hand dollied. All that quartz, see that? So they've been breaking quartz out, and we know from the little bloody 2 minutes we did it how hard it is. When we were getting gold out of the quartz in the mine. We'll come and see you soon too, Jim.
Yes, Jimmy.
So they've hand dollied this. So if they've been getting quartz, they've been getting gold out of the quartz. There's a little bit of slate and indicator. If they've been doing that, maybe they left a little bit in the stone. But I would say the gold that they found was sharp and angular. You know, wasn't that water washed. They knew it hadn't travelled far.
Yep.
They got above it, realised the gold was cutting out. They've worked around, and this would have been after. This would have been in the second period of the rush, or the third period. First time they just got all the gold out of the creek. Second time they got the gold out of the gullies. And then they started when they had the equipment, they started to prospect the reefs.
Okay.
So right, our boys,
Cool.
we'll prospect the reef, we'll
That's
prospect the gully, we'll prospect the sluice.
Yep.
We'll go back
You name it, we'll
with
do
no
it.
gold, and we'll have had a good morning. Thumbs up, mate.
Cheers, buddy. Alrighty, we're still just on the reef here. We sunk a few holes up there and got ourselves a signal just here. Kenneth is on digging duties today. I'm detecting, so not feeling the best at the moment. A bit of a sore throat. My wife said don't go, and I said I worked yesterday and Thursday, so there's no way I'm not going detecting today.
Can't miss out on going to church.
That's right. Ah, bugger. It's already out. Be a nice little bit of lead. Got him.
First scoop. Well, we all heard it.
What do you see?
We all heard it drop. I thought it was a bit of wire.
No.
What's that?
Can't see.
No.
That's ash. In the hand. What's that?
That's whatever it is.
Nail.
Yeah, it's a nail head. Yeah.
Oh, when it first came out, I wasn't too keen on it. Oh well. Next one. Glenn is just throwing this across the gully. Huge, thick, heavy chisel. He said they were using it to crack the stone open, the quartz open, and big boulders and so forth. So interesting. It's bloody heavy. We've got a signal up here. Kenneth is digging. You can hear it. Where are we? Nice one, look at this in this nice material.
Okay.
You haven't got anything yet?
I don't think so.
No. Still there. There.
This is hard to find.
You can do it. I think you're bringing soil up. Put the scoop there. Yeah, exactly, and push. Go with that. That should have it. That was pretty much on the spot, I reckon. Got him. Alright. Just make sure you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, for rubbish, I get a first scoop. So far.
When we're not filming.
Can't see anything yet.
It's not that, is it? Hopefully not a rust nugget. Yep, rust nugget. Bugger.
I wonder it was difficult to find.
Well, Kenneth and I have just dug a monster signal out of here. Sounded nice at the start, and
Look at that beauty.
yes.
That's our ripper. That's what we come for, isn't it?
Poor old miner has bloody cursed the day he lost that off the heel of his boot though, Kenny, all the same.
I know, but it's our good luck. We
Now, I
found it.
picked up a handmade brick, and I've talked about it before about having the thumbprint in the corner to mark the 100 bricks.
Mm.
I don't know about this one. I mean, he's in the right spot, and
Small thumb.
well,
Could be a my thumb. I mean, my thumb would fit in
Yeah, I was
there.
going to say it's more like my thumb.
Yeah, my thumb fits in there.
yeah. So
And there's kind of
if it was an indentation anywhere else, if it was in the middle, I'd say no. But they used to always do them in the corner. So the jury's out on that one. It's definitely handmade brick.
Yeah, definitely.
No frog.
No.
It always puzzles me when you're in the land of stone why they brought bricks out into the bush. I haven't had it successfully explained to me.
there's lots of big rock around.
Yeah, and that's not from around here. That sort of stone had to be and clay had to be
Brought in.
yeah. It's been made somewhere else and brought here.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe
Put
because
the
it's flat.
dirt in. But yeah, maybe it's something to do with the
Easier.
base of their chimney.
Build or something.
Anyhow, neither Ant and I are going to carry that out, but
No.
I'm going to pay that. If you have a
Yeah, I'll
look at
pay it. Yep, thumbprint.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're down here, there's a thumbprint brick. It used to be convicts, and that's where the convicts started doing it to mark the number of bricks.
It almost looks like there's two though, doesn't it? One
I
there
saw that. Yeah,
and
saw
one
that.
there. You can
So-
see it clearly on the.
So
on the
maybe one for 100 and two for 1,000.
film. Yeah.
Righto, boys.
Alrighty.
A little bit more
Onwards.
and then we'll have another go somewhere else.
Yep. Sounds good. Good work, Kenneth. We've said it a lot, but geez, the work these guys do. Look at this. This is solid stone that they've cut into to get the water to go where they want it to go. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Just chipping away at the stone and using sheer muscle and might and the hope of finding some gold. Yeah, a lot of determination. Jeez. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Good work, lads. Glenn, are you collecting bricks to build a hut?
Mate, I want to tell you a story. When I was a young bloke, I read a story about how this bloke had a shanty on the diggings and the Chinese started to come there to drink, and then when they were going home, they'd knock off a brick from the side of the pub and take off with it. And he didn't worry about it for a while, and then after a while, he started chasing away, get back, you know, you thieving heathens, you know. So the Chinese came in with an offer to buy the pub. And he thought, oh, that's a good idea. I'm sick of it. I'm selling it, you know. So he said, righto, we'll sell next Monday or whatever. On the Sunday, he's out by the side of the pub and he's got the carving knife to carve up the roast. And he's sharpening it on one of the bricks. And he's moving it back and forth where he's done every Sunday for a couple of years. And he breaks the brick and there's a gold nugget in it. And the bricks had been brought up from the creek, made at the creek and brought up from the creek. And they had gold in the bricks, you know, they were from gold bearing gravel.
So that's
And
how
'cause
they're taking the bricks.
The Chinese worked this out, I found this out.
Yeah,
So they started knocking off the bricks.
that's funny.
So then And this is a story that I don't know whether it's one of Banjo Patterson's, but it's one I read when, and other people will be familiar with it. So, have a look at my 3 bricks.
Oh no.
So that's brick 1. So,
If this turns out to be...
there's one, that one. So that's that brick, right?
Yeah, nothing in there.
Wouldn't that be good if
Oh,
that's
if this turns into a bit of gold, I would laugh my head off.
I suspect it's only giving me a signal because it's a nice bright red clay.
Yeah.
And
We're going to crack it open.
yeah, I was detecting across these bricks to see if there'd been a chimney there, and I went,
Yeah. Ooh. But it sounds nice. Doesn't
well,
it?
yeah, and check out that story. Very red.
Mm.
Was that a little...
Calm down, Arthur. Yeah.
We would prefer it to split, wouldn't
Exactly, yeah. It's a good story.
we? And a good example of brick making with the 2 types of clay in there.
Mm.
Right, back on your heads, I think we're safe.
Oh,
I'm giving that thumb
sideways,
sideways.
yeah, definitely.
Right,
good story.
quick go here and then back to the car.
Yep. Almost lunchtime.
Yeah. Right, I came down to admire Kenny and Ant digging a hole right on the edge of the gully where the bottom meets the side. I haven't had a chance to look it up yet, but I reckon that story I said Banjo Patterson, I reckon it's one of Henry Lawson's. My dad was a great Banjo Patterson man. He liked his poetry. I was more of a Henry Lawson man. I liked the stories.
It's up here now, it's down here.
Ant reckons the signal's out. Ant says it's not all about me somehow. I'm a bit surprised by that comment, but anyhow. What are we thinking, boys?
Nah. I mean, maybe it's still in right down the bottom though. It's right down the bottom.
You want me to give you a chop out, Kenny? You take over the filming and I'll take over the digging.
Okay.
Filming's hard.
I know.
Right.
Get my hand out of the way.
Yeah, I know. Bloody Danny from my dig at Melbourne.
Yeah.
She
Doesn't like that big tummy or thing.
it's all right for her. She's got little lady hands. I've got big monkey hands.
You know what they say about big hands?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like they say.
They get in the way a lot.
Yeah. That's right. Like they say about people with big noses. Men with big noses. Ooh, look at that big nose.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking out now, aren't we?
Chopped out. Alright, put those big hands to work,
Yeah, I
Glenn.
will indeed. Well, mate. I must have just pulled him that way, I think.
I think just.
You got a scoop?
Yeah.
Yep, oh, I think you got it in your hand though.
Laughing at you.
And look, I've got the scoop ready.
I don't mind it when it goes down in size. Like if you get a stick that has a big nail sticking out.
Yeah, it's not gonna it'll scream.
How much you pay me for your own signal, Kenny? No, go away. There, Kenny.
Okay, it's going in there.
Didn't hear any bang.
No, me neither.
Nail.
Nail.
Right, we're going to knock off and go
Okay.
for lunch. Just want to film one little bit more of some lovely black glass at the top of this little rise.
Complete?
No, it's for the
Okay.
fire and time has buggered it.
I got a complete one. I got 2 complete black beard bottle glasses now, thanks.
I thought we weren't allowed to say his
Thanks.
name out loud. It's
Oh
like
yeah, I
a-
wasn't. I have to
like
cut
the-
that out now.
He's like Beetlejuice.
Thanks, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we'll call him Beetlejuice. That'll be his name, Beetlejuice. Guys, Beetlejuice.
Cheers,
Oh, yeah.
mate.
I'll take the pick.
Love
Oh,
it.
yeah. Up here, girl.
Well, we've come down to check out Glenn's beer bottles and wine bottles and whatnot, and there's one. There's a neck, and then there's some more necks here. And look at that, that one's got a bit of writing or something on it, or a bit of embossing.
Yeah, and some more over here, mate.
More over here as well, yeah.
Unfortunately, they've spent too much time on the surface,
Yeah.
and between time and the fires,
They're all finished.
that one's got a number on him, number
Number
2, and an M or a V, or whatever that symbol there is.
Could be an N.
Or an N, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
with the 2.
Yeah,
Like that. I don't know. Who knows? It's something though.
yeah. Oh, here's a bit more, look.
Yeah.
It's days like this,
Oh,
I
it's
wish
everywhere.
I had the good old faithful 5000 with the...
Iron reject.
Yeah, you know, and poke through them. That one's green, is he, Kenny?
Yeah. We got our 5,000 in the car.
Yeah, but when we get back to the car and
Then we're not coming
Get
down
out-
here again, are we?
get outside some of those
Yeah,
cakes.
this one's green.
Green, I think this one might be brown.
Yeah.
So,
Would have been a nice one.
little, like handmade
few.
tops, obviously.
Yeah.
And this one, this is would have been a nice little fat one.
Yeah.
Yeah. he's
What's
a
that
ca-
one off?
Case
Short.
chin, I reckon, with a blob
Case
mould.
chin,
You
yeah.
know, they heat it up and then they break it off and then they just go like that. Push it down. This one, I'm glad this one wasn't complete because I was going, oh, I'll clean that off.
Oh, jeez.
That's how I used to break the necks of the prisoners when I was a warder. Oh, I mean chicken farm. Righto, boys. Back to the car.
Lunchtime.
Is it a reversible jacket?
No, oh well, it might be that as well, yes, but it's not.
Pockets on the
not as
inside.
though.
You probably got it inside out.
No,
Ken.
well, that's the first thing I checked because that's my form.
You're on, mate.
Righto, fella. Now we've stopped to have lunch. We've got one little tiny bit of gold between the three of us, and we've been to 2 spots. We've came to a spot we've had a bit of luck before. We've had a lot of luck. Anne's cooked us dinner, and we've got everything. And our respective partners and daughters and various things have made our lunches.
Very lucky.
And when I have my lunch, I like to bring a little bit of class. No, I found this on the ground. So if you were out here picnicking and that was yours,
That's very nice,
it's mine now.
Yeah.
Righto, we've been lucky with the weather. We haven't been lucky with the gold. We've told a few stories, we've told a few lies, we've had a few laughs.
That's it.
We-
And yes, it is a little bit cold if you're
Yeah,
wondering.
if you're wondering why,
Glenn's looks like the
you're
Michelin
wondering why I
Man.
got my mother's coat on, that's all I could find in the car.
Yeah.
Righto, thumbs up, boys.
Thumbs up. Let's eat. Mine's almost ready. I got my beanie on. It's like a top of 9 degrees today, so it's very cold. Throat's still a bit sore, so rugged up, but hopefully we can turn it around because we don't have any gold yet.
No, I've got a bit.
Yeah, you got a bit.
Oh.
Ken Oath and I don't have anything yet.
Right, yeah.
We got a pocket full of lead and nails, so
Tell you what would be worse though,
what's that?
if you had a bit and I didn't have.
Let's eat. Alright, we've got a signal here on the side of the track. They'll just push this out for us. That's what it sounds like. It's getting louder. So this material here, as I said, it's all been pushed out by the dozer. There we go, it's out. It's nice and soft. And now it's going to be interesting to find. Push that back, that material that you just dug out. Alright. Up there somewhere. Bit to your right. Got him. The big reveal.
In the hand.
I think I saw, yeah, I think I saw a bit of rust. But keep going, we'll see. The free for like, a free bit of rust in there.
Oh
in
yeah.
your hand now.
That bit.
That's the bit.
Yeah.
Bagarinos.
There we go.
Oh, rust. Rust nugget. Well, we got the rain jacket out. It's stopped raining now a little bit, but we're a bit wet. But we finally got a signal just along this water race here. There's a water race that runs into the gully. So I must have been bringing water from up there somewhere, because right here there's a water race, and there we got a signal. It's on the surface though, because it pretty much came out first scrape, and it's this big bit of quartz. So there's no visible gold in there, but we're excited because it's our first potential piece of gold, we'll say. So we'll have to get Neil Trounson's dolly pot out when we get back to the car and smash him open and see what we have or haven't got.
Have a listen.
That's better. That side's better. There's something in there.
Yeah, right down this end.
Right down there, eh?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, I look forward to getting the dolly pot out.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thumbs up.
Yabadali.
Jabadali. Alright, so we've been following this water race. You can see it just there in front of us, and we're on a bit of on the side of it now, and we come across this signal here. Sounds not too bad. I'll have to make it a bit wider, I reckon, even.
Yeah, both sides.
Yep. But Glenn's got a bit of conglomerate up there, and so he's saving that if we're going to film that as well. So hopefully he's got another bit. He did just scream out that he's got one little bit, but it was smaller than his first one. So, but he's got two, so that's all right. Let's see what this turns out to be. First one, we've been following this water race along, Glenn.
Good work, mate.
Because we got the first bit of just down there on the water race.
All right.
So just started following it along, and this signal popped up.
Well, I must thought it was something because we've dug a deep shaft right there.
Yeah, there's a few shafts around.
Are you filming?
Yes.
Kenny and I have got a good signal here, haven't we, Kenny?
Oh, yeah.
He hears the signal and comes
That's right.
What's going on here, boys?
If you dig a 20 ouncer, I want to be on the bloody spot. Oh, yeah, give it a look.
All right, all right.
Just, see, there's lots and lots.
Yeah, broken quartz and that.
Still in there.
Here's a chop, Kenny.
Ben's opener right
open up the
No mucking about.
whole area.
Yeah.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, mate, I haven't buried it.
All right.
See if it's in there.
I mean, we're right on top of it now, I'd say.
Yeah, so it's sort of slightly up.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's it.
Right there, mate.
It's really loud now.
I know I ask it practically every time we dig a signal, but can you tell what the difference in the signals with that or not?
No, not yet.
The only thing that you can tell, I suppose, is roughly size, is it?
That'll be it.
Lovely bit of rust.
Bugger.
So I found those two little tiny ones today. But I've got one about the same size, I reckon, trapped in stone up there that I'm saving.
Yep.
Dig on the way out. Kenny,
Yeah, we'll have a dig of that.
what's your story?
Oh, this is our one.
Oh, I haven't got my detector. Run over there.
Yeah.
Put that in your sky rocket, brother. Not huge, but it's got to be
And that's
something
a
in
definite
there.
signal in there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Ugly boys. Well, they're
Onwards.
both onwards and indeed upwards.
Yes.
Whose pick is this? Can I have
Mine? That's Kenny's.
Oh,
We heard Glenn digging a signal and we go, oh, we're going to come over here.
this? Actually, I called the boys up. I've got 3 little ones now. I've got a little one just above me. I got a bit excited by this one, and then as soon as I dug him, he was out. Not that that means anything. They're right on the surface. A lot of them are here. Anything, mate?
Not yet. Still in the hand.
See a little red thing there? Yeah, bastard. See that?
Bugger. Yep.
Never mind. I've got one up here to dig for us before we go to the next spot.
Yep. Let's check her out.
So we'll go and check that out.
Bit of conglomerate, you said, yeah?
Oh, it's sort of mudstone and that. I'm hopeful.
Okay.
I'll
Nice.
get you when we
Always
get apart. You blokes, I'll get you a switch back on and see if you can get a signal out of it.
Yep, sounds good. All right, Glenn, we've made it to this piece of conglomerate or mudstone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I was coming up here, mate.
Mm.
I brought the detector around and I got a signal.
In that piece, yeah, nice.
So I put that back up there. I chipped it out, which was this bit.
Yep. It's in there, yeah?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
there. And I'm hopeful it's not just a red stone or anything. It's
Yeah. Just on that corner.
You want to run the 7 over?
and see this. Yeah, we will, Kenny.
Nothing
So
else
that's where
in
it
there.
came out of, and
That's right, that's red too, but
that's the
no other
that's the
signals.
sort of ground it's coming out of. See that?
Yeah.
It's sort of like a poor man's conglomerate. It's mud and broken quartz and things like that.
Hmm.
It's not eating it up, but it reckons there's something in there. You have a go, Kenny.
Yep. What does the 7,000 say?
Far enough away, Kenny.
Yep. Oh, that's
anything?
interesting. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a little bit that worries me, that it might just be reaction to the stone. Right, Kenny, you switch off and I'll dissect it. These are the signals that you get. You'll get one like that and you think, oh, I hope that's a signal. And then you start to dig him out, and sometimes it's ground noise and sometimes it turns into something better.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
we'll see how we go.
Mm-hmm.
I had it before I lifted him down here. I had a bit of a swing around to make sure that
There was no other signals.
there was no, I wasn't putting him on a broken horseshoe or anything
Yeah.
like that. What's your gut feeling, mate?
Not sure.
That's the weakest gut feeling I've ever heard. When
I
we-
mean, I'm not.
I'm going, it's rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not confident that it's a piece of gold, but simply because the 7,000 didn't pick it up.
Yeah, that's
you know What
right.
I mean, like, I would be more confident if the 7 had made a bit of a tizzle or something, but
yeah, I wanted to step up that next bit, but
yeah.
when I'm defusing the bomb and I say, what's your gut feeling, red wire or green wire, I don't want you to say, what? I don't know.
Brown wire.
Yeah. I want you to say, well, I'll go over here and wait.
Well, I'm going to say no, Glenn.
No, now.
Yeah.
You might be extremely accurate.
I think so. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be, but the 7,000 doesn't lie, Glenn.
Oh, I was a bit worried, I will admit. That's why I didn't break it open. He has disappeared. I wanted it to. It was.
No, no, it hasn't. Is it that one or the other one? What do you reckon?
So,
What do you reckon, Glenn?
I cut the red wire, I think, mate.
Still keen?
I'm not
rid of
keen
this stuff,
because it won't do that last little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it won't go to that next.
Next level. And start screaming. or singing as I like
Yeah,
to say.
or even just making that definite signal noise.
Yeah,
But you'll have a go this time.
yeah, definitely. I mean, now it should be singing if it's a signal.
Yeah, well, it should be like a little bit of lead even.
Yeah.
Those
Some-
little tiny ones can disappear if you're not careful. But
See, if you hear that at the start, you're like, oh yeah, that's a signal, but at
No,
this
it should
point,
be-
you'd want it to be much louder than that.
yeah, well,
Especially, you know how loud the 6000 is. You know, when it gets a
Oh, it gets
little
just-
bit of gold, it's screaming.
yeah. Well, to give you an example of what those three that I've got.
Yeah. Where's our bit of quartz, Kenneth? Well,
We're back in
that's,
town, I
yeah,
reckon.
that's screaming.
It's not screaming, but it's not
Oh, it's
saying
loud,
no.
louder.
I'll just see if it's.
I want to hear it on the 6. In that corner there. This is interesting.
It is because I didn't want to tip all the rest of that dirt in there, but
Is it the desired
I go to
result?
scoop, Kenny.
You got a scoop?
We've got that on film.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
In the scoop?
Nah.
Hope it's one of those big ones.
I reckon it's a little bit of gold, a real
Oh,
little tiny bit of gold.
There you go, Glenn. It's in that big piece.
Right, we're back in
To be
town,
honest.
Kenny.
Jeez, this would be amazing if it is.
Like we pulled the scoop out for this
Yeah,
one.
that's right, and we've been all around the houses. More attention here than bloody.
What's that right there on that bit of red?
Oh, I can't
Oh.
see anything.
Look.
Is it your finger?
Yeah.
That's all I can see. Oh,
There, see?
that one you reckon, Kenny?
No.
That one?
You turned it over.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you'll have to pick it all up somehow.
What was it, mate? I got at least 90% of it in my hand.
Okay. Hang on, put one over there.
Who wants to say it's not gold?
I'm going for the red wire. Okay, can we hear it again?
Hope so.
Oh! No. Hang on. It's still in the
Jesus,
scoop.
it's tiny.
Jesus.
It's tiny.
Okay, that's about half, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. What's that?
Not lead, is it? Try him on the down there.
I can't with my hand. I've got-
I think that might be the culprit.
Yeah. But what is it? Test if there's anything else in the scoop, but I think it's that.
Well, if it's a little bit of bloody steel. That'd be
Yeah.
and these it could be because that was sort of.
That would be a heartbreaker. Jeez,
Where
you're not
is
gonna.
Where's my picky pick? Oh,
Yeah, it's lead.
Lead, is it?
Lead will. Yeah. See
Put it
that?
down there, darling.
See that grey bit? See that grey at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's out.
The dirt.
No, not that. Yeah, that bit. It's it's on the pick now. There.
Oh, it just run down there. So it run down there.
Oh, we're never gonna find that now. But it's a bit of metal.
Right out.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Right, you
and
turn it
we'll
off.
Try and find it. All right, we got him. Well, Glenn got it. It is that
Steel.
bit of steel. Yep,
See how you're going to see his bloody. Oh.
the black.
Yeah, and you can see little silver flakes.
Yep.
Right out. That's a half an hour of our lives we'll never get back again.
Yep.
Right,
It
boys.
sort of looks like yellow there and there.
Well, we've got our specie. Well, a bit of quartz cracked open, and we've got nothing on the 6. So I'm pretty
bit
safe to say
concerned,
that
yeah.
there's nothing in there.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Bit of redness, yeah. Ironstone. So we still got 0.
Sad day.
That was a very sad day.
Mate, you'll have to do some
Glenn's got 3 bits.
Clever editing on that. Don't show them the whole catastrophe.
Oh well, good work, Glenn.
Righto, mate.
Next spot.
Seeing we've only been out for half an hour, that's not a bad go.
Okay, we're at our last spot, and here Ant and I are trying to save face. The silver fox and mongrels, he's got 3 little bits, we've got zip. So hopefully here we'll be able to find our saviour.
Fingers and toes crossed.
Fingers and toes.
And I ate the last chocolate egg as well.
Last chocolate egg. Siphoned out the last of my tea because he's, quote unquote, down on his luck, the bastard. Oh, jeez.
No shame.
No shame
You
whatsoever.
can see what Sister Rita had to work with when she was flogging into me.
I bet.
I feel as though Trace and I, my wife Tracy and I, we used to go to the pokies and play the pokies. Not for a lot of money. And we'd sit up and over the course of an hour, a couple of hours, you know, you might lose 20 bucks.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you'd put $5 in and you walk out with 600.
No. But after we did go home, you know, this is before we had children, you'd think, well, that wasn't bad. That, you know, we lost a few bucks, but we just had a lot of fun. And we've had a lot of fun. It'd be better if we could get a jackpot or even a payout, but we've had a lot of fun. So I feel as though that's where we're at the moment.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, boys.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Battery's almost flat, but check it out, guys. We just got this ripper.
We've only got one.
Out of that hole there. Look at that, Glenn.
Oh, that's a ripper, isn't it? Good work, boys.
Glenn's got 3, but I think our one.
Oh, you're
Oh, look at that.
you've blown me away, Kenny.
Yebba Dolly.
Jebedali.
Thank
Well over a gram, isn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty fat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
beautiful.
work. Good
Right at
work.
the end of the day.
No, it's not the end of the day.
True.
Good work, boys.
Look at that.
That's nice. That is
Yeah.
nice.
A wise man just said something like that about 2 minutes ago, didn't he? Good work.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did say that.
Yeah, well, that's what we were saying, right? We only need one to blow you out of the water,
that's it.
and that's done it. Oh, that's got it. Yeah, that's nice. That's over a gram.
Oh, I reckon it's got to be a gram. Just look at the sizing. Christ, if he's not a gram, yeah.
If he's not a gram, you'll go he.
No, you'll give it away, Kenny.
Well done, Garratt. Yeah.
Yebba Dolly.
Yep.
Righto, it's the end of the day for us. It's a short day too because of the dark, how short the days are.
Yep.
I got 5
5
little fellas.
Nice.
I had one in my hand that skidded off the end of the coil, and the way he bounced away, I'm pretty confident he was lead.
Yeah. So you let it slide.
Well, I'll have to let it go. I'll have a sleepless night, but
We're at 0.17. 0.2.
I haven't got any little chunky ones, unfortunately.
0.35. And settling on 0.37.
Righto, mate.
So nearly 0.4 for the day.
Been further for less.
Yeah.
I've been closer for more too. But
We only got one.
yeah, no, but before you weigh him, we'll all enter our guesses what we think he is, eh?
Okay.
We're-
0.8.
0.8. Oh, God. I'll sell to you. No, I won't sell to you. I'll buy from you. Don't tell me you shrunk in the canister.
Well, as they do, they normally do.
Yeah, they do.
But I mean,
You still reckon it's well over a gram?
Oh, it's got to be a gram,
well,
doesn't
I
it?
hope for a gram.
It's just...
Okay, I've made the bold thing.
Yes,
0.8.
you've come out and what's that?
I'm out of the closet.
Yeah, you're having a gender transition. Which way are you going?
I'm not sure today.
The light way.
I'm going an even gram.
Ant?
Yeah, I said a gram.
Oh, you said a gram.
Gram,
All
yeah.
right, I'll go 1.1 then.
0.1, that'd be nice.
Kenny,
0.69.
throw it away.
0.71. Thank you, Conroy.
0.71.
Oh, leave it there. I'll put mine on with it.
That's very unfortunate because
We'd
well,
already,
nearly 3/4 of a gram.
we'd already banked on it.
We had, didn't we?
Yeah, we'd already taken a loan against it.
Get your 5 on there. It's a bit uneven, the ground, but is what it is. So at least we got a gram for the day. 1.08.
Oh well.
Here we are.
Only good thing was our last spot was our best spot, so gives us something to look forward to. Ant's going away to
it.
Bali,
Yeah, off to
Indonesia, to Bali.
next week.
Business a pleasure, mate.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Not
So-
taking the boogie board as Jared.
Oh, what? You wanted to take what with a bag of boogie?
He asked, me
Boogie
to,
board accessories.
he asked me to bring him back something in a boogie board. I said no. No.
He did say he was having a cash flow problem.
Oh,
Righto.
Jared.
Oh,
Shout out to
Wayne Lewis.
Wayne Lewis.
Good on you, mate. I've carried your name in my head for 3 or 4 days. We met out the bush and he said how much he loved our videos.
Oh, good on you, Wayne.
He really enjoyed them when we used the 5000s, and that's a bit of nostalgia for us because we like to go back. One day when the day's a bit longer, I'm going to take the 5000, the Garratt, and the 6000 and have a bit of a hunt around and try and get a collection.
Sounds good, mate.
All
All right, mate.
Righto, boys.
Take it easy.
End of the day.
We'll
have a
catch
good
you
holiday.
in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you too, Kenny.
Sounds good.
You too.
Righto,
All right,
mate.
guys. Ciao. Glenn, last shout out
Yeah,
for the
mate.
day.
Rod Wilson.
Rod Wilson.
Oh, good on you, mate. You comment
Bloody legend.
and
Does.
I was jogging a horse along the bush track. Bloke called out to me, how you going, Glenn? Couldn't see him at all. He was blocked out by the scrub down on the creek.
Jeez.
Said, good fella, who are you? He said, Rod Wilson. I said, of course. You comment all the time. I met him before on the creek. He was on up the same cave doing a bit of detecting, a bit of dishing.
Yeah.
We like it that you
Thumbs
like
up,
us.
Rod.
Good on you, Rod. And I was thinking when I was in bed last night, if you've got a site and you want us to give you a bit of a pump up, we'd be happy to give you a leg up. So if you want to comment and say, our site's such and such, we'll give you a shout. And what, $50?
Oh. Throw a number out there. 50,
Right,
60.
thumbs up, mate.
Cool, man. See you next time.